anybody want this video to get. Some of us we know send which they come, go for our country. To the extent that if they talk of Nigeria's issue, you go say, concern me. Concern because you believe, say, you don't run come out. You don't run come out to the extent that you say you don't see good road use. You don't see electricity use. Insecurity will disturb you. So when it happen for Nigeria, concern you. But I will let you know now, say, it concern you. It will concern you one day. Because the day when Nigeria go happen to you, because I know some of you, they watch me now, they say, concern Nigeria don't happen to you, but fear no go let you talk. Because let me tell you the fact. The truth be say, whether you dey Nigeria, you know dey Nigeria, Nigeria go meet you, go happen to you where you dey. I don't see for internet where people they scream, they shout, say they reach airport. The way where they scrutinize them, they check their passport. They say, separate, they go one side, begin they ask them some question because they were carrying Nigeria passport. Nigeria don't happen to those one. It don't happen to them. I make them come internet call the scream. Scream, So what I am saying is this: many of us we don't come up from Nigeria, we come up from Nigeria. I know saying we don't go look for. We say a greener passport, we won't go look for. It's because the people who they rule our country, they know this ram. Now all of them they dance to one side. They dance to one side. They wrong go where I don't measure before. You go see say the kind of leadership where they get now. All of them they dance to one side. You go see say what they happen around the world to the extent that we believe say here anywhere we did now our home. And before I go forward, you go see say what they happen around the world now. All the countries where all of us wrong go where I don't measure before. You go see say the kind of leadership where they get now. All of them they dance to one side. They dance to one side. They say they dance to one. They won't dance to one government. What they call far right government. Far right government. Make I explain that to you. What it mean? Now the people will be say they hate immigrant well. Anything they know carry high see immigrant. So their rules they very tough for immigrants. So if you look around the world now waiting they go on from in all of these countries where I don't mention. Now they say now immigration be their problem. To the extent say they don't brainwash their people. They don't sow hatred for their people mind. To the extent say if they see you now as a person with different color, they just believe saying that you be their problem. But meanwhile, make I give you an example for where I did. I did UK. The really problem when they happen for this UK now because they leave EU. If you go do your research, not just believe what they tell you. Go do your research, you go understand what they talk. I know the big words they tell you something they tell you here. Now because they leave EU. I know say immigration will be their problem too, but the bigger problem where they get be say they leave EU. Because the reason when they were leaving this EU, and I remember that I discussed with some people, they will leave this EU because of greed. You know why? They brainwash their people. Say people when they come from this EU country, that they collect their job, they collect their benefit. They were looking for that opportunity because the government will bring this EU matter, will make them leave. They don't pay them. They don't know what they want to sell to them to vote for them again. They bring this EU matter, saying that people where they come from EU. Meanwhile, them they allow those people come in. And they bring the law where they make these people come in. So they tell them, say, and these people, and they collect their work and they collect the benefit. So if they both leave EU, everything goes to country go better. But they don't tell you the economic effect. Economic effect is that because when you did inside one, you call it the Eurozone, call it the European Union. If you did, then I would trade with you call a trade a treaty. What I would do? Maybe you go pay. You go pay tax put. For example, if you do your bring goods come UK, any goods they collect from EU bring come UK, you go pay money put because you are under one union. But now when they don't come out, all this thing that they pay put. Now you can't make anything where they bring come down. They difficult for a company. They bring a come down. They go pay extra money. So if they put the extra money put, they'll bring a come here. They put that extra money where they pay put. They put that for customer head. Now you can't make inflation rise for UK. As inflation rise for UK, no job, nothing. Most company will they back come out because the don't affect them. So it can't affect the company. So the country so all these things they hide before, all these small things they do their healthcare and everything, the loopholes got come out. They can't see nothing they work. So all this one they call because they know people where they bring and know nothing about the economic effect, they can't again brainwash them. See all this problem where they get now I know that they cause them. To the extent that you see, there's one riot will happen last year, towards the end of last year, I think towards October, December, like that, that period. The riot will happen. He get one person will be immigrant. He buy one of their children for school. They come carry out riot. They don't care whether you be legal or illegal, but they will target you as long as you are, person from different, background. They target you because they don't brainwash them. See, now people will come here. That be the problem. Now, apart from that, I'm using the UK where there as an example. Apart from that, the laws that they bring now, the person where they promote this hate, they lead one of the greatest, party where say if they say they conduct election today and they go win, whether you like it or not. It don't brainwash them so to the extent that they can die for this person. This same person, I brainwash them when they leave EU. The same person now they brainwash they say, now be a problem. So why I am saying this now, the law where they won't bring, if this guy come in, even if you get paper, they go tell you, say, you come out for their life. That is the extent where they go now. And some of us, we know they see all those things. We go say, it no go ever happen. It no go ever happen. But if they tell you the kind of will happen last year, we say they are looking for people of color to deal with. Where they don't care whether you get paper. If they tell you go for this land, you go believe, you don't go believe. One day, these people go wake up. They go say, go back to your country. Whether you get paper, you don't get paper, we don't want you for this land again. Come out for our land. I don't say most people say, it no go ever happen. It no go ever happen. Okay. If they say, may you go back to your land, where will you go to? Now, the Nigeria, where many of you say, it no concern you, they say, it no concern you. What is the for Nigeria? It no concern me. Most of you are talking now, fear to travel, go to Nigeria, and fear. You know, if you go there because of insecurity. Even if you go do what you do. Hurry, you will be fear. In fact, some people now, they go Nigeria, they carry mopo and everything they follow. They follow them, work out now. They go pay them for services. That money will take the pay police and everything. If you wish to do something good for your family or something, that one are extra cost. You know, they say affect you. Like I said, whether you did Nigeria, you know, Nigeria. If you know happen to you, wherever you did, anytime you have to go that country, it go happen to you. And again, some of us now walk. Some of us will go pack. We go pack shift, pack from Monday to Sunday, no rest. This money you are packing, where are you going to invest it? Is it the same country that will be destroyed? The same country that is insecurity everywhere? Where are you packing the money to? So I am just bringing this one to let all of us know that it don't reach time where we begin. Go begin to organize ourselves, make we fix our country by ourselves. Time don't they reach. Time don't reach where we supposed to do talk to ourselves, small. Wherever you did for Voodoo, whether you did UK, you did Canada, you did US, you did Australia, anywhere where you did for abroad. If you are a Nigerian, it don't reach time where we begin to come together to organize ourselves, to bring ideas on how we are going to fix our country. Because waiting they go for Nigeria now, people with the position of leadership for Nigeria now is either they are to packed out, illiterate, criminals, and they rule us now. This is why the situation of the country is the way it is now. So if you are still sitting down there and say Nigeria no concern me, Nigeria will concern you one day, the day where they go kid. I'm not saying it should happen to you. God forbid they kidnap your person. If they know say you there abroad, they will target your person. They will kidnap them. They will say you bring millions because they know say you go pick up them out. Whether you go get the money, go work the money, bring out. So no say it no concern me because it will concern you one day. Like I said, no matter where you are in Nigeria go meet you there. So if you are still one of those people that say Nigeria no concern it, after all, they get good life for where they get good hospital for where they. Let me remind you, those where they pay through your nose, you don't know. If I tell you how much they contribute every month for tax, if you combine, if you calculate that one to Nigerian money, it's only to millions of naira. I am not exaggerating here. This is fact. I'm not even talking of what my wife is contributing as tax every month. Millions of naira. So don't think all this thing you are consuming and doing, they are not free. You are indirectly paying for them. And like I said, if the correct person where they instigate all this hatred now, where they lead one big party, where if they vote today come into power, all these things where you say they get free, you go abolish them, you go cancel them. You go they pay for this thing through your nose. People this how they pay through, not people through tax, you go they pay, you go pay tax, you go still pay from your pocket before you feel access those things. That time they come. I know say most of you don't know because work. And those things where they talk here, they apply for all other countries.
Them far right people, so the over conservative basically, right? Yeah, but anyways, he came out and he basically said that should he become prime minister, he's going to scrap. I want you to listen to me. He is going to scrap this the paperwork that says indefinite leave to remain. Now, for those of you like myself, right, who are not born in Britain, for you to get your British passport, if you are a foreigner, you've got to first get this thing called leave to remain in the UK. Now, with the leave to remain in the UK, you can travel. It gives you authority to travel. You can, get jobs and this and that. It's just that you just don't have your British passport, basically, right? But you can still do technically the same thing, more or less like a person who's got the British passport. So you get the leave to remain first, like what I did years ago. And then after about a year or 6 months, something like that, then you can apply for the British passport, which I did. Now, this guy who's tooting to become prime minister for Babylon UK, part of his campaign thing is that if he becomes prime minister, he is going to void. Listen, this is the man tooting. He is going to void this leave to remain in the UK. So technically, anybody who's got leave to remain in the UK but didn't pursue the British passport, that's not gonna, you have no leg to stand on, because he's gonna scrap that. So once you scrap that and you don't have a British passport, they're gonna send you back. But the vision is true, because what it's gonna boil down to, because the wicked, these Neanderthal, these descendants of fallen angels, look at that's who they are. Let's not play about the descendants of the fallen ones, yeah? The Neanderthal, the descendants of the fallen angels, they know that a lot of us, like myself, yes, I had the leave to remain in Babylon, UK, but I took out my British passport. So now I'm a British citizen. So they basically want to get around this thing if you're not white British, basically. It is what it is. I said it. If you're not white British, you're gonna go. You have to leave the country. So when the vision plays, in the vision, I was saying to Boris Johnson, look, I've got my British passport, and he was saying it doesn't matter. You're not English. Hallelujah. Are you listening to me, church? Ahaya cannot lie. He warns. This is a warning channel. The reason why this channel isn't bigger is because it's shadow banned. So the visions don't get out the way how it should. But those of you who watch a channel, you understand what time it is. But I'm gonna let this vision play, all right, and so that you can understand the times and the seasons that we're in. We are near, and I said it already in lots of videos. Boris Johnson is coming back. There's no if, buts, or maybe. The man is coming back to finish off where he left, because he left office prematurely because of the Divock party. All right, the COVID party business that he had down there in lockdown and all of the foolishness. So he had to resign because it wouldn't look good. But he's coming back, right? But Ahaya cannot lie. Ahaya never lies. He's a spirit of truth. And this has been gearing up in the notion for a long time. It's just that I was privy. Are you listening to me? It's just that I was privileged for the Most High to show me what the wicked was doing. All right. But yes, they're going to scrap this guy. Says that, if he becomes president and all of that, this leave to remain in the UK. I don't know how they do it in Babylon, US. If you're not born in Babylon, US, do you get your green card first and then you get your American visa? I don't know, but it's probably something similar or whatever you down that line. So they're saying that the leave to remain in the UK, that is going to be invalid. But what they're really gearing up to is that if you are not English, which is English or white people really and truly, if you're not English, sorry about that. If you're not English, then you got to go back to if you're not English, you got to go back to your own country. But Bible is fulfilling anyways. But anyways, this vision is going to play. From 2022. All right. Blessings. Okay. This is right.
Guys, so those are two videos that I thought was worth sharing. The first one was a recent video from someone that it was a video that I saw on my. I thought this has been coming up on my feed quite regularly. The whole sort of this. You know what's good. You know what happens. Think about World War II, because they're saying that we're in a war. Think about World War II. I don't want to make this too long because I feel like both Sister Carrie Ann and the other guy, both of them said everything and I don't have to say anything. But what I want to say, think about World War II. Whenever there is inflation or whenever there is a high cost of living or potentially hyperinflation, whenever there's high unemployment, think about this thing. These are the key indicators. High unemployment, so meaning people don't have work, meaning they need money, they need food. High unemployment, less work, less money, people are lost, they don't know what they're doing. Think the next best thing that most of the leaders do is they want to divide and they want to conquer. Okay, they've used cheap labor, like myself, for the longest time. Okay, they've used cheap labor. They've asked people to come in. People have tried to come in and get the best of what they can, given the little that they had back home, or given how things were back home. They've flown, they've swam, they've done everything to get their piece of the cake. And now they're done with people. They want to get rid of people, and the best thing to do is to get the natives, who are the other people, to sort of turn against the foreigners or the people who have migrated here, either regardless of whether they're the first, second, or third generation. So I think now that the war between Trump and basically the war between the global South and the global South and global North, is that how you say it? Like basically the West and the rest of the world. Now that the war is taking another level, is more intense, has been intensified by Donald Trump. Now that the war's gone to the point where the strait is closed, they're like, "It's gonna open it? Are you not gonna open it?" Blah blah blah. Now that it's gone to that extent, we're potentially going to see, as they've done before, we are potentially going to see a high level of like hate speeches, just getting one group to dislike another group. We've seen what happened with Donald Trump. Although most people are happy with the way what he's doing with ICE and trying to get rid of the sort of quote unquote undocumented, but it comes to a point where there were actually people who were documented that actually got kicked out, and or no, not kicked out, that actually got harassed, that got physically assaulted, and that were actually injured by ICE, and you know, they were just given so much power. They became like a Gestapo. Very horrible. I mean, I saw some of the videos. It was really, really, really inhumane. And so I think that is going to be, other countries were watching Trump do it. They were like, oh, if he can get away with it, they're like, okay, so we're gonna do that. But you don't know what they're thinking. But trust me, they're watching Trump and they're trying to emulate what Trump is doing. So slowly you're gonna see how Nigel Farage will be like the new Trump. Is gonna be like, oh yeah, we're gonna do that, we're gonna do that. And you know, the young people, think about the natives. Yeah, think about them. Think about someone who's applied for 1 million jobs, no interview, benefits not going anywhere. Freaking coal is so expensive to, Iran, so expensive to heat up the house. Think about someone like that. Think about someone who's just hopeless, like who's just angry, like I can't freaking live. Now these are people that Nigel Farage is going, or people who are like Nigel Farage or the UKIP. These are the people that they are targeting, and they are going to have a lot of supporters because people are really struggling. They don't know that the reason they're struggling is not because you're black and I'm white, or you're white and I'm black. It's not due to that reason. It's really because the government are trying to push a new monetary system, a new digitalized monetary system. They don't know that. They're just looking at, I'm poor and she's got a job, so, and she's black and I'm white, I'm gonna kill her, or I'm gonna do things that, I shouldn't say the K word. So they're just gonna be thinking in their low vibration state, because obviously they're hungry, they want to eat, they're angry. When you're hungry, you're angry. So I just want to make it nice and short. So we're going to see, please stay prayerful, stay vigilant. We are going to see a lot of people doing bad things to each other. We've already seen a video of a man who took, what was the lady to Tanzania, and he literally got rid of her. Yeah, we're gonna see more and more of all these sort of fakery, hate, crimes. There's a lot of scams going on. I hope you're aware. I can put a bit of some proofs. A lot of scams going on. People are ready to people are ready to let me say, people are ready to delete other people. There's a high level of crime going on, lying, stealing, shoplifting is on the rise. I used to work in a shop prior to what I'm doing now. I used to work in a shop where we used to have shoplifters every single day. Things are expensive, people are tired, they're hungry, they're angry. So just be aware, be vigilant. A lot is happening. Keep tight, stay prayerful, stay fasting, keep yourself, stay true to your soul, and let's hopefully we get to the other side in peace. Thank you.